Hey everybody, and welcome back to Navota. So, anyway, I'm sorry it's been a while since the last episode, but we're back, and in this first, I guess the last episode was an episode, but this is the first real episode. We're building on the map. So, we're going to start off the series here by working on an old main street over on, I can't exactly describe which side of the map because we don't really have anything to reference right here, but yeah, it's on a hill, and this area is the old downtown, I guess, and this is not gentrified at all. There are a couple newer buildings, most of them are the houses, but I can't really do too much for the houses. I'm mostly using, like my favorite buildings that I'm using for the houses are actually vanilla buildings. For the most part, the houses that I'm using here are it's a combination of like American Eclectic and Vanilla, and this Neo-Eclectic collection I found, but I don't know. Right now, as you can see, I'm just sort of experimenting with what types of buildings to place here, and I end up settling mostly on some of the American commercial buildings, the 1900s ones, and those are really perfect for small-town America like this, and I don't know, this isn't exactly small-town America, but you know, this is the feel I'm sort of going for on the main street here. But also these new herringbone, or not so new, but the decals by King Leno, the herringbone decals are really, really nice for just corners like this. And yeah, because we don't really have anything like that before. So I used these herringbone bricks and pretty much used them throughout for the sidewalks of this. And I tried to combine the two different colors just to add a little bit of variety and depth, and I think it went pretty well. Also, the parking spaces you see are not going to be permanent. I actually end up changing these. These are actually like functional right now, but I end up changing them to non-functional decals with props that are placed, like car props, because I had two problems. One problem being that the cars floated with these, and I couldn't do anything about it. And also, the white lines, it's like it just doesn't look realistic, and it's pretty cramped, so I changed it up and it looks a lot better now, so you'll see that later in the live play. But yeah, right now I'm just once again experimenting with which buildings to place. I haven't really done like a really detailed Main Street type thing. I don't know, said that pretty badly, but you get what I mean. I haven't done anything like this at all, and I'm really happy with this and how it turned out. You see, I built a crosswalk over there. I'm not really focusing that much on what's going on right now, so I don't know if I caught that on camera, but yeah, we built like a little crosswalk with some of the herringbone decals, and that looked really nice. And yeah, right now I'm just experimenting with a couple of buildings. I don't actually keep many of the ones you're seeing on screen right now. I end up changing a lot of that later, but yeah, that's actually right. What you see right there is actually like a vanilla building that like the deck with the chairs and stuff. It's nice, but the umbrellas are really terrible, so I probably won't be using that. But yeah, anyway, so we've got these planters, the planters with the trees on either side of the road, and those really look nice. I used some of the Padelmo leafy street trees for this because they're a little bit drier looking than the standard street trees by Padelmo. So those looked pretty nice, but also for the crosswalks, I used ploppable asphalt to, I guess, just get rid of the crossings because they looked really awkward and terrible, and I just added the lines. I can actually do that in the road mod, and I'm probably gonna actually, like, when I do the next major update for Roads United US Reworked, which is, I guess, a rework of probably my favorite Roads United pack out on the workshop, but I reworked it just to make it look like a lot cleaner and work for more people, I guess. That's been out for like almost a year now. I can't believe that. Whatever. So anyway, getting sidetracked here, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna update that soon. I say soon, probably like 6 months from now, and add like better crossings and stuff, because the crossings in the vanilla game are really awkward and terrible. Also, I'm very sorry if you can hear an airplane in the background. That is going to be an unfortunate consequence of the new setup. I'm just gonna hear airplanes, but it's fine. Anyway, so right now we are working on a little highway exit right here. So this is just so people can get into town. Just using some of the Ivania overpasses right here, and using those just to I guess make the, I don't know, you see stuff like that with like a desert interchange, I guess, and I saw, I don't know, I saw that specific style being used in Arrowhead, and I think that works pretty well for this. By the way, a lot of people in the comments were like saying that this series was like a copy of Arrowhead or something, and it's like, okay, well, no, not exactly. Mojave Desert's like completely different from Sedona, so yeah, I mean, the only thing in common is it's sort of the geography, but that's it. I don't know, I guess this is pretty unique, this whole series, and I'm just really, really happy with how this is turning out. Like, I'm really happy to do a smaller scale project, because I get to pay a lot more attention to detail. Also, throughout the episode, you're going to see that I changed my graphics mods a little bit, just because I'm very choosy, and I don't know. The thing is, I went from dynamic resolution to post-process FX like a couple times, and the thing is, post-process FX bothers me to no end, because the anti-aliasing is terrible, but you know, it's got ambient occlusion that's like really nice. So at the end of the episode, that's what I end up just keeping. Probably gonna change back at some point or something. I don't know. The performance is like much better with post-process FX. Like I was actually using dynamic resolution at 300% scaling, which I realized was pretty inefficient. I mean, in Arrowmore, I think I used 200%, which was as high as you should probably go with it. I mean, I play 1080p, so yeah, pretty necessary to have anti-aliasing. But I don't know, right now I'm just using, like what you see right now is dynamic resolution, and it just looks really crisp, but the buildings themselves look pretty terrible just because there's no shading from ambient occlusion, so that's why I had to, I guess, change that back, but that's like later on. And yeah, anyway, right now I am working on the back lot for a little post office. So this is the post office for Navota. I placed a bunch of like post boxes and parked postal trucks, and I thought that looked pretty cool. I know somebody's recently released some like broken down looking postal trucks. I want to check those out because they're not even broken down, they're just like old. I think they could work pretty well rather than the really bright ones, but I don't know, it's fine. Some of these buildings you see I'm going to remove, like that weird gothic building looking thing, like the New York one, like it's like a Broadway building. That gothic building's gonna go because it just doesn't look right. I mean, other than that, a lot of these are just gonna stay, these American commercial buildings. But yeah, you can see what I mean about the shading of these buildings looking really bad right now. It looks really flat, so that's why I had to go to post-process FX, which is actually, you know, it's a really good mod, so just check it out. The performance with it is so much better than with dynamic resolution, because obviously you don't have the crazy anti-aliasing, but I don't know, whatever. Right now, actually, what you see right there, I was trying to add some tiles to that island area. I guess I took a little bit of inspiration from Sedona's downtown layout, I guess, but I guess just with the road layout, like there's a weird curve like this with the little islands, but overall, that's just something you'll see in like a town like this. So once again, I'm not copying Sedona. I didn't even look at Google Earth at all for this episode, which you probably should have done that, but I'll do it for the next one because I'm definitely going to need it. Next episode, I'll talk about it later, but we're going to be building a much newer looking area that's going to be like a shopping district. And it's just going to be like a street of just shopping, and it's very gentrified. That'll be a lot of fun. But right now we're working on the back lot area for one side of the street. I actually do the other side of the street's back lot off camera. I had trouble trying to figure this out and how to make it look good from above. Surface painter is really annoying, so I had to use these concrete brushes and cover it up with like bushes and stuff. And at first I had a lot of trouble working with the red earth and trying to figure out how to do foliage, and I figured out, so okay, I turn off decoration sprites a little bit later, but I turn them back on because they're just necessary. I've just learned, like, I'll turn them off and it's just too flat. You can't go without decoration sprites for too long. Also, somebody please make a mod where you can like change the decoration sprites, because the vanilla ones are really terrible. If we could actually do that, that'd be amazing. like, have custom grass decoration sprites. It'd be really cool. But anyway, yeah, for the trees, I'm using a lot of Padelmo's ultra low tri trees, which are really, really good for a large scale. Yeah, I mean, this isn't really large scale, but if I'm using a lot of trees, I want them to be trees that are just 100 triangles each. So that's pretty good, using those. And then I also, later in the episode, I start using some of Lost Gecko's beech trees, which are absolutely incredible. So I sort of underestimated how amazing those were, but I downloaded them. They look great. So also gonna add some conifers. I don't know. It's hard to fully capture the Sedona feel in this game, but one thing I do later is actually turn on clouds, so the rocks don't look too bright red. Like, you'll see. It looks a lot better, much more realistic. And yeah, right now I'm actually placing some ivy just to add some little detail, you know, keeping attention to detail here. And the ivy is by Ronix. This came out in the workshop a couple of weeks ago. It's really nice, best ivy we've seen, and it's in a lot of different varieties. I'd like to see like a larger piece though, because it's sort of annoying to put together tons of small pieces of that. But yeah, also using I can't talk. Plop the Grobles mod finally with this series, which is much better than adding Rico settings to every building, and it's a lot more stable. Like, Rico is pretty unstable when it comes to adding custom settings to buildings, and it's just really annoying. So it's a lot better working with Plop the Grobles, which actually that mod was like my suggestion to TPV back in the old days. It was actually like 5 months ago or something, probably less actually. But anyway, I thought my Rico was broken then because of just problems I was having with stuff, but it wasn't actually broken. But I'm happy it's helped a lot of people though, because yeah, it's now helping me because I can't be bothered to add Rico settings to every building, and they're just so unstable. So yeah, now we're moving on to, I guess, the final part of the episode. We're going to be working on some residential stuff. So the thing is with Sedona residential is it's pretty cut off from the street. So here's some Google Street View stuff of just me looking around on a street in Sedona. So I'm probably going to get better at making stuff like this throughout the series, but really what's going on here is the houses, they've got tons and tons of foliage and stuff in front of them, and then red rock and gravel as well. So I want to integrate all of those things. One thing I don't think I did well here actually is the streets. So I think the streets are just way too polished right now, and they also shouldn't have sidewalks. They shouldn't have like the grass on the sidewalks, or not really grass, it's obviously just red rock. But yeah, what I think I'm going to do is replace these with just alleyway streets from network extensions, and I think those would look a lot more realistic here. And the thing is, I could also go into the Roads United mod and change the streets to be a lot brighter, the smaller streets. And I could do that, but I also like to use the small streets alongside larger ones, which I want the main avenues to be very well paved, because that's what you see most of the time in the Southwest. So I don't know. Give me your opinions in the comments. I'm probably gonna at least switch to the alleyways, even if they're pretty well paved. I could add some damage decals and stuff, whatever. So right now, just detailing a bunch of these houses, trying to figure out what to do here. And the thing is, I'm probably gonna redo a lot of this because this is just my first try at a Sedona neighborhood, and I don't think I did an incredibly good job. I think I have a lot to improve on, and I mean, the streets for one, and also just the way I integrated foliage, the houses I used. I don't know. I don't really have too many house choices. If anybody could make a Southwest houses pack, you know, like for City Skylines, that would be so incredible. If you made, you know, a pack with, you know, the clay roofs and stuff, red roofs, that'd be just absolutely incredible for a Southwest suburban pack. And I know $2.20 would appreciate that as well, because we really don't have a big selection of houses with red roofs, which you see all over the Southwest, and I don't know, it would be incredible to have that. So if any modders or asset creators are interested in that, you know, tell me, because that would be just amazing for the community. So yeah, anyway, so right now I'm adding this like privacy fence, I guess. It's like a wall. And I'm trying to integrate this. I don't know. This would probably fit better in like a California city. I don't know how many of those would be like in a spot like that in Sedona, but I don't know. It's fine. I just wanted to integrate that because I think it looks cool. And yeah, just experimenting a little bit here, adding some like trucks behind the back lot there, and a lot of the stuff from here I actually do off camera. I caught pretty much everything on camera though. I know we didn't get much done this episode, but at the same time we got a lot done. We set the pace for the series, and another thing is I'm like rewatching this recording, and the audio is so much better than before. Not even just when I had the echo, but also before then. I'm in a much smaller room now, and I guess that's probably much better for the audio. It just doesn't sound as, I mean, it even sounded echoey before. I don't know, but now it seems like the quality overall is like much better, so that's good. And I also want to live stream more soon. My internet isn't as good as it was before, but it's also much better than my temporary setup was, so yeah. Now that I've, you know, got okay internet, I should be able to live stream. I want to do that probably in a week or two. Hopefully I'll find some time. Definitely follow me on Twitter to get, you know, to keep posted on that, because I probably won't be able to announce it in a video because I won't know exactly when I'm able to, you know, when I have some free time. So just follow me on Twitter and I'll post there if I do live stream. It'll probably be sometime in the next couple of weeks. Actually, you know what? It'll probably be in like a month from now. I just realized, but yeah, I want to live stream more, and this series is going to require a lot of, you know, viewer, you know, just collaboration with you guys in the form of live streaming and suggestions from there, because I don't know, I really think that it's such a unique project. It's going to need a lot of, you know, minds going at it. So yeah, I really can't wait. You know, I want all your suggestions in the comments, by the way, and please send me, you know, tweet me some pictures if you're using this map, because I really want to see what people are doing on it, not just, you know, look at what I'm doing, because it's sort of boring sometimes. So yeah, definitely tweet me some pictures of what you've been doing on the map. And I don't know, as I've been talking here, I've been working on this cul-de-sac area, and yeah, this cul-de-sac is definitely the best I've made in the game. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not like saying this, you know, to be, I don't know, but it's probably the best I've seen in the game. I don't think anybody's achieved a cul-de-sac that looks so flush with the street yet, and I don't know, I think it looks great. What I did, I didn't include much on camera just because it was a lot of trial and error, but what I did is I pretty much used, you know, I made a very small roundabout with some network extensions, 1-lane and parking streets, and then in the middle I used the circular ploppable asphalt, and that, I don't know, it's not perfect, but it looks really good compared to all of my other cul-de-sacs I've made before. So really happy with how that turned out. But anyway, we're gonna hop into some live gameplay now, so see you there. Hey everybody, we are back. So this is it. This is Main Street in the old downtown, and I'm so happy with this. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. This is probably my favorite build I've ever done in this game, and it's just ultra detailed. I had a lot of fun making this. So one thing I did change is I actually made these props, these cars, and I made these decals rather than buildings. So the parking spaces look a lot more realistic now, and yeah, looks better than before. So I'm so happy with this. I mean, look at this. It's just ultra detailed right here. It just feels like you're in the old downtown of just an American, you know, small town America type thing, and it's just so cool. I've just never done something like this, so this is pretty new to me, but it was really fun doing this with the parking spaces, and it just looks, it looks natural. And I don't know, one thing I don't like is how this, I'm probably gonna just make this concrete like this other road, and yeah, that'll probably look a little bit better. It's a little bit awkward right now. Doesn't actually look that bad, but I don't know. That's something I might change. I'm probably going to remove this building, put something else in. Other than that, I mean, we've got over here, we just have some of these clay roof buildings. And the thing is, with the I guess not the suburbs, because there isn't really an urb, just the residential buildings over here. The whole idea is, this is sort of what you get in Sedona. You get a sort of a ranch house, like a one-story, you know, residential building, like a suburban building, with lots of foliage around it, and it's sort of a little bit cut off from the main street. And that's sort of the feel I'm going for here, and I just think it looks so nice. You cannot drive through that fence. I don't know why they tend to use like the way left of the sidewalk. It's weird, but anyway, I'm just so happy with this. I mean, it's just so cool. I haven't really done an area like this. I don't think nobody's really done a Sedona build yet with like all these assets and stuff. So a lot of the assets like this doesn't fit for sure, but it's not going to be ideal. Trying to focus on adding a couple like nicer buildings like this one right here in, and yeah, we got this cul-de-sac, which I'm so happy with. It just looks like it's actually like a perfect cul-de-sac right here, and it looks great from above. So really happy with that. And I used some of the circular ploppable asphalt assets right there, which I definitely recommend you try. And I actually might try to ban parking right here. Actually, no, you know what? Just let people park in front of people's houses. Wait, oh yeah, I think I can do it, yeah, per segment. So that segment has a house. Okay, that's perfect. So they can park right there. That's fine. This area over here is like a little bit of an island right here, and I don't know, I like it. I think it looks pretty clean. Couldn't really extend this stone around here, otherwise it'd look really weird, but I think it still looks nice. We got a palm tree right here. And also the rocks like disappeared in distance. So yeah, I want to do a quick survey of what we're going to be doing next. And another thing is I'm actually using clouds right now, which I think add a whole new feel to the game. And I didn't use them before just because one, the LUT that I was using made them look really blue and weird. This is like a nice like gray, I guess. It's like fog on the hillsides, and I think it's really cool. Because realistically, distance fog is more like this distance rather than all the way over there type thing. But yeah, so I'm using this now, the clouds feature, and I don't know, I think they look really nice, and they make the faraway rocks look a lot less saturated, which makes them blend in with everything more, and I think it just fits so much better. It makes it look more realistic. Anyway, so let's do a quick survey. So this is the old downtown. We have this little exit over here. I want to add another exit right here, probably. We're just gonna have like 2 exits. We're gonna have a small population in the city. Like right now, our population is just 250 or so, with this little settlement over here, but what I want to do is I want to make a gentrified shopping district over here, which is just like one main avenue with a very southwest, like paved southwest, you know, very perfect feel type thing. And do that just as one gentrified street that everybody hates, who's been around in Navota for a while, but is just inevitably there. Because I think there's something like that in Sedona. But anyway, the episode is coming to an end. That's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here to get notified whenever I upload. And better yet, hit the bell icon. You'll never miss an upload that way. You'll always get notifications when a video goes live. Follow me on Twitter as well for tons of teasers. Other than that, I mean, hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.